Hello, can you hear me? Hey guys, give me a second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So, nu am câștigat. Ok. Da, dacă pun căștile, după aia nu să mă aud întrebările pe fundal, dacă înregistrez call-ul. Ok. So we are going to start the consultancy space. We are going to start because each operation has half an hour, and I'm first, then it's Dani with IGET, and then it's Diana with IGV, and then it's Ioana with OGV. So in case you want to stay until the end to know exactly the order. I'm going to share screen. One sec. Okay. So I hope it's okay. So we are going to start with OGET. Okay, regarding we are going to talk a little bit about the historical part. So these are the numbers in the last three terms, MC terms. I choose the last three terms because it's more relevant in GT. I'm going to explain to you each term what happened, like main strategies and what happened. Regarding GT, so GT is decreasing in the last 5 years for now. Like the biggest decreasing was in, I can say in breakthrough, like we decreased like 36%, and in this semester, like in Pulse, these are the numbers for the first semester, like my semester, and we decreased since last year first semester with 23%. And I'm going to explain to you what happened exactly, and this is in GE. In GE it's growing. Like you know, it appeared in 2015, like in IC. They decided in 2014 in IC that they wanted a product to grow, and that's how Simple GIP appeared. And since then, like everything, GE started in jets more. And okay, so for the jets term, MC term 15-16, like I said, OG started, and they pushed more the synergy with marketing and talent management, PM. And we still had it VP's OGX in LCs, and they were focusing more in OGCDP, like global global volunteer now. So that's why it was a small decreasing. This is like mainly for jets. And then in breakthrough, something that happened, we had the new customer flow. Like you know, they pay. They started to pay in approval stage, and then they had the customer the CXP structures. And something that happened in the second semester of my predecessor, Dean, we had our first LC that split G for GT, and they grow. Like they growth a lot, not a lot, like they had growth compared with the other LCs, and they started the Erasmus partnership. Like Erasmus partnership started in Timișoara in 2016 actually, and they had scholarships like for GE. And what happened in my semester is that the GT girl succeeds to have scholarships for GT, like with placements, Erasmus placements. In the first semester of my term, IR was a focus for me, and we upscaled the IR partners, and we created new ones, and we had collaborations with global partners and new countries based on sub-products, like I told you. We decreased in process time. We implemented a lot of process optimization, and I created new tier systems and growth paths for each product, something that I didn't have before. We didn't have growth paths for GE and GT separated; they were together. Something else that happened in this semester was the change for Expo as a CRM. One of my main focuses was network management with educations, tools, knowledge center. Like almost 40% of my energy and focus was in network management. Strategies that I was thinking for the second semester. The product evolution, like the pillars are the same as at the beginning in planning. Product evolution, network empowerment, and external relations. For product evolutions, is going to be the same. IR with product packaging, process optimization, like I told you, improving process time, EP management, conversion rates. We are going to focus with PR in synergy for measure of impact to create the tools and the whole measure of reach and measure of impact. Customer centricity with response rate, because completed it's our MOS and we need to focus on completed. IXP is going to be another strategy. We are going to, it's in synergy with PM and OGV. How can we tackle more OG in local level? And we are going to upgrade the Expo CRM. This is synergy with OGV. Because we have the same customers in the end and the same platform, and we need to have a way of working. And defining personas and attraction approach with new niches. Something like a lack that I discovered is that we don't have defined personas for each customer, and we need to tackle this more. This is regarding product evolution. In network empowerment, again, it's going to be the education, AIESEC hub education cycle. The collaborative network that I was promoting a lot since the beginning of my term, and the NST management that is going to be more than support and tracking. Is going to be, they are going to be consultants, and they are going to be the structure. It's based on the needs. And external relations, Erasmus, that is going to be another focus with university relations, and the accounts management from the national level. I'm rushing because I want to present you all the ideas and to have more time for Q&A until 7:30. So this is going to be the direction for the second semester. Yeah, one of the bottlenecks that happened in the first semester is that the VPs had the plan, they had everything, all the strategies, but the implementation killed them. It was harder for them to implement. The timeline wasn't the best, and that's why they didn't succeed to have planners achieve 100%. Yeah, so mainly IR partners. Again, another bottleneck that we had. We had a lot of IR partners, but not we didn't have like main partners. We have for each sub product, like from all the insights that I had is like, okay, you have supply for teaching, you have supply for marketing, BA, and IT. That means you need countries that are specialized on these sub products. Okay, and then in the end, I had like 15 country partners. So I discovered that I need to focus with main partners, and that's why product packaging with IR is going to be one of the focuses for GE, with main partners Greece and Austria, for you to have an idea. So all the strategies they are going to be based on this. Another thing that is going to happen is a lot of synergies, like I told you, synergies with PM, synergies with marketing, and with OGV. These are the things. How can we improve and grow? Yeah. Okay. I think it's better for questions, to have a better. I don't know, to know exactly how can I help you. I'm going to stop the share screen. Yeah. Like mainly GT, like I said, is dropping. Even at global level, we don't have some initiatives like WOW initiatives. How can we save GT? Because of different things. Like market supply, like the IR, the supply and demand alignment, mainly the market, the trends. There are a lot of things that are making GT to drop. And G is not at the best. Like it's not. It has a lot of potential, so we can grow a lot, and that's why GE is going to be one of the focuses for summer. Another thing regarding GE is not working in winter, because here the students market, they don't want to miss university too long, and it didn't work in the last 2 years. GE for winter, I don't know how, like if someone is going to do OGET in the next term is going to succeed. We identified this, it's a problem, and that's why GE is going to be a focus for summer, because we have Erasmus, the scholarships, and it can be it's a big opportunity for us. Yeah, a lot of people here. Nice. Okay, do you have questions for OG, OGT?
Hello.
Hey, Rahul.
Yeah, so I have one question. Like currently I'm on RST also, so like I gone through the SOGA result, and then I found that like most of the entities they are going to shut down the GT. And also like right now you mentioned a lot of like obstacle for this product in Romania. So I want to know like what is the future of GT in Romania? Like are you guys are planning to shut down GT next year, or like are you guys are going to carry forward? Like you already mentioned, like the next person will come with the plans, and then next person will take forward this product, and your major focus will be on GE. But I want to know like what is the like your MC mindset behind this product? Like you guys want that MC should continue, or like to shut down this product?
Okay, it's going to continue. Like in my perspective, we can do a lot of things. Like it happened before, it's going to happen again. GT can grow. We just need to align some things at local level. That's why all the strategies for second semesters are going to be IR, and I'm going to focus a lot on LC to LC partnerships and how can we tackle on it, and even working with focuses with sub products. Okay, if my market is specialized in marketing, like I have a big supply for marketing students, then I'm going to focus just on marketing. What happened? Another problem is that the network did everything. They didn't have the focus, and it was really hard for them to manage 2 products, because there are 2 products and it's hard to manage. It's like the old OGX, like Romania grew a lot in 2012, 2013, because then OGX split it in OGCDP with OGIP. Right now we have OG with OGT, and we need to find the proper structures and the proper strategies in order to run both of them. But in the end, you need a focused product with a focused product, and that's why like we are going to run both of them. And one of the focus is going to be teaching, because Romania, it's a big supply for teaching. And for this semester, I'm going to focus for GT with teaching and marketing with business administration. Like working with global coordinators, because they are more agile and open for partnerships, and they have a better conversion rate. Yeah, so yeah, there are going to be both of them. I'm sorry if I said, I don't know, something to make you...
No. Yeah, you answer to the point. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I was wondering, how are you guys collaborating with Erasmus on the attraction part? Like, are LCs...
In attraction? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how we collaborating with Erasmus, right? Okay. At national level, we have a partnership, but they don't have any power in local level, because in local level they have their own way of working. They establish the attraction part and everything, the partnership, and the LCs, the VPs, they are doing the attraction together with them, but usually they are creating an event, or they are just attracting people. something that can really work is to use teachers or to use, I don't know, other people that have a point there, you know, in the university. They are open, like in Timișoara and Bucharest, they are the most open local committees, Erasmus committees, I don't know how to name them, but yeah, Erasmus local committees, to have this partnership. But we had a meeting at their national conference in order to create a lobby, a local level, to be more open to us. And this is going to happen with me and Ioana, like the OGV MCVP. We want to create, we have a strategy with timeline and everything. How can we tackle it in more, in different universities and cities in Romania? So yeah, in attraction, we are doing offline promo, online, because online without offline is not working, and offline without online is not working again. But mainly it's going to be online with this and offline with a big event or something. I think I hope it's okay for you. Okay.
So, like, did you said that you were looking into the country partners and that there are too many. Wait, try to make you hear me better. So, like, could you tell me again what are the main country partners? And, you know, I'm guessing that you already sent some people there. Did you also look through their feedback and this kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So the main partners for Greece with Austria. They're going to be Greece with Austria. I checked the feedback. For example, from Greece, we had some issues because of the startup. Like, they didn't have problems with AIESEC, but they had some lack in JDs with the startups. And I have a really close relationship with the MCVP from there, and she upscaled the whole accounts and everything. And this is one of her strategies. Like, we have a really strong co-delivery in here with standards and everything. And Austria the same, like they have really good conversion rates. For GT, it's Czech Republic with non-stop recruitment. We started this in NC, like National Congress, in the beginning of the term, for the ones that don't know. And they have really good opportunities, and we have their EPs that are really happy, and we want to use them as brand advocacy. And I really wanted to collaborate with them more because the global coordinator is a Romanian. And Turkey and Poland. Poland for teaching, we want to focus with them for teaching, and Turkey with marketing, engineering, and teaching. We have supplies, and they have a really good value delivery. And we have for IT, because we have some supply for IT that are going to be the Nordics, like Denmark, Sweden, Norway. But mainly this. I'm going to focus a lot with them. And if they want, I don't know, outside Europe, because like almost 80% of our applicants wants Europe. So we align the supply and demand, to say like that. But if they want outside, we have Colombia and with teaching, and that worked really good for us. And India, because they are approving with us, but just for some specific opportunities, because they have problems with visa. Yeah, then that's why we are not promoting a lot in outside Europe, because we didn't found main suppliers. Okay, we have Vietnam, China for teaching, and we can approve with them. But in the same time, I didn't have such a good response from them, because I tried to have some partnerships, but they didn't respond so well. Yeah, and that's why usually IR, like how I see IR, okay, it's more than a collaboration or a partnership, it's a friendship, and I believe in this, and the quality of the standards, everything, like it's based on that. And if you have a really good collaboration, it's because you have a good communication with that person. I believe the partnerships are based on communication. Yeah. That's why in the first semester I didn't focus to work with Poland, because I didn't have the touch point with the MCVP. But now we talked, we saw what are the bottlenecks, we have the main the main results we had with them, but just like by default, like, we did nothing. But upscaling this, like creating a strong strategy, we can really have big results, and that's why like it's going to be one of the partners for the second semester.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you mentioned about like a lot of IR partners, but if I ask you like who are our sustainable IR partners from last 3-4 years?
Sustainable IR partners in, can you
Okay, I will elaborate my question. So basically, like what happened usually, even like I have like a lot of IRs, but right now we are doing like almost 90% exchanges with AIESEC in Germany. So Germany is our sustainable partner in terms of IR. So I want to know like what all like which all the countries right now is sustainable IR partner for AIESEC in Romania.
Okay, so for OGET, we don't have exactly a sustainable IR. Like I saw some analysis, and for example, in 2012, 2013, our main IR partner was Germany, but right now Germany is not working. Like we did like 40 realizations with Germany, and I was like, how? Because now it's not working. Like I had Germany as partners, but it didn't work. Like I don't have exactly, okay, in the last 3-4 years this country worked like the best. It was the best. That's why like even IR in the last 2 years it didn't exist. Like just in the last 2 years existed, you know, since breakthrough, like the previous term, but we didn't have something really consolidated, you know. And that's why, like we had with Poland, like we really had a good collaboration, but not such big results. We had strategies in place, and with other entities, but not like huge results. Yeah. And like I told you, that analysis from 2012, 2013, it was like Germany, India, like and I had them as partners in the first semester, but no results. Yeah.
Okay,
that's why
you
need to. Yeah, sorry.
One cross question again, like you mentioned about like European countries and LATAM countries, but you didn't mention any country from Middle East. Why is the reason? Like why we don't have like any IR with Middle East countries, especially like Egypt is doing like very good in terms of IGE. So what is the issue with it?
Okay, so I didn't focus on MIA because like I had quality cases with them, and I choose like based on this, like what happened in before. Like I'm really honest with this. I was ECB before, and I I had some issues with these things, and I just choose based on this. Okay, what are the standards? Because I wanted to, I'm planning for customer centricity and complete it, and this is the thing why I didn't succeed. This is really tricky because like some experiences were good, some experiences weren't the best, and I didn't want to risk. Yeah.
Thank you. One last question. How much is the product profitable?
Okay. So in AIESEC Romania it's profitable, but I understood, like I had this question with my MCPP finance, based on like us, we are profitable. Like we have profit. Like yeah, we don't have problems based on the fixed costs and everything. Like I know that's kind of formula. Yeah, I don't know how to explain you more, but I think it's a really good question for finance, how to explain you everything. I know that just this.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have 6 more minutes, and then Dan is going to come. I know Chip is waiting for him. Theo is here. Nice.
So I was wondering, is the customer flow for GE clear? Because I know that there are some extra steps because of the Erasmus partnership. So it's like the process that the applicants have to go through clear?
Okay. I don't think I understood your question, but I'm okay.
So like what I want to know is like, because for example, when we started this partnership in Timișoara, one of our struggles was to make the process efficient so that we don't lose a lot of people during the process, because they will have to also send the application to Erasmus and then do some extra steps besides applying on Expo and then, you know, paying and everything. So how is the flow of the applicant, like the stages that the applicant has to go through and everything?
Okay, so we find the applicants, they are applying on opportunities, they have the opportunities, they are approved and everything, and after that they are doing the file for Erasmus, and they have help from the VP. Yeah, so in AIESEC customer flow is not a problem, but it's a problem in making the paperwork and everything. Like this is the hardest part, like making the paperwork. But in the end, like we have more results, you know, with Erasmus than without Erasmus. So I think this can be something like we assume these things. Yeah, so basically this in AIESEC flow, it's not a problem, but after you are approved and everything, you are paying, but you are applying for the scholarship. You need to have the opportunity to apply for the scholarship, but this depends on the local level. Okay, they can have the process in the same time. That's why I said that local level, it's really different. Like what is happening in Timișoara is not the same what is happening in Bucharest, because it depends a lot on the way of working at the commission of Erasmus in that specific city. I hope that it's the answer that you are looking for. Okay. Yeah. Do you have more questions? It's good. Okay, guys. So good luck in the process. I hope that you are going to make the best application ever. I don't know, or the best that you want to make. Enjoy it. It's really challenging. And I hope that we are going to see each other in transition. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give the stage to Danny to help him a little bit. Okay, you have here the PPT.
Okay, good. Can you make it first?
Yes, you just.
Okay. Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Share screen. Yes. You can handle it.
Thank you. Good. Hello, people. How are you? No one speaking.
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm fine. So, welcome to IGET Consultancy Space. I prepared for you some slides so you can get a little bit the status of what's happening in the entity. Currently, can you see the PPT?
No.
Okay.
Yes, now we can see.
Now you can see. Good. So currently we're having 11 ACs that are running IGT. So it's Bucharest, UBE, Cluj, and the rest you can see as well. What's useful for you is to know like which AC what is running. Bucharest is running both GT and GE, and they're also having under GT, they're running the national project called TRI. UBE, they're running GE, they started to run this year GE, and they're also having the TRI project. Cluj, the same, GE, GT, and also TRI. Timișoara, GE, this year, also they're having GT opportunities, and they also started to run TRI. Iași, doing GT and GE, to Iași only TRI. Sibiu, they worked really good last year in GE, and they're going to do the same starting with this year. Brașov, GE and TRI, Pitești, TRI, and they also had some opportunities for GE. Constanța only TRI, and are going to do some GE, and they're also planning to do try in the autumn edition. Regarding what happened in the past MC terms in results, good. So we have MC jets from 1st of July 2015 until end of June 2016, with 97 approved for GT and 82 realized, and in GE approved 14 and realized 10. Mainly GE started to happen in Romania in 2013-14, but we didn't have so many results. So GE started to grow in Romania, started with 2015, so during this term. What brought mainly the result for approved in GT in 2015, there were 4 LCs as main contributors for GT, with GT opportunities, and those LCs were Bucharest, Cluj, Timișoara, and Iași, and also we had, and we still have the national accounts. Next year, MC Breakthrough, 1st of July, end of July, breaking 100 approved in GT and also 83 realized, and growth in GE with 31 approved and 27 realized. The main focus of Andrea was network management, so that's why there were some LCs that started to run try and also to do GE. Next, what happened beginning with my term, we are having growth in both of the product. From 1st of August, mainly it's in GE from 8 to 27, but also in GT. In terms of numbers, we are having 45 approved for GT and 39 realized, and in GE 27 approved and 19 realized so far. My main focus was to see how we can refresh GT in terms of strategies and how we can tackle the opportunities that we are already having. And also to break the 100 barrier in both of the products, but that needs to be seen after the DLC's predictions. Regarding the tools that we are using, I put here, so we are going to have the PPT, so you can access each and every spreadsheet. There is a tool in which I'm tracking the opens for each and every FC for both of the products. Also, there is a national pool of opportunities, split by LCs and also by the profile of the opportunity. And also there is a tool for delivery that is going to be mainly used starting with February, in which you can see the status of each EP since the moment it is approved. Yes, it is true that ECB is tracking the delivery, but the ECB is taking the delivery after the moment in which the EP is realized. So the main point of this tool is to check and double check the co-delivery between ICX and OGX in terms of delivery since the moment the EP is approved. So we no longer have issues with EPs that are approved and that are realized and they're missing the OGX standards because it happened so far. Regarding process time, this is the process time for GT in 2017, the whole year. The average is it takes us 18 days to have an accepted and 23 more to have the approval for GT, and 15 days for one accepted and 18 more for G. My main plan is to decrease GT and to have 10 days for one accepted and maximum 15 for approval. So we actually take less than 25 days from open to approval. And for G, to have 1 week between open and accepted, and 10 more days for the approval maximum. Because also there is a direction from the regional office to have the process time for G in 13 days, but that needs to be seen. Regarding the first semester, regarding the kind of opportunities that we are having in GT, we are having a big pool of opportunities for educational because of TRI, HR, IT, marketing, and also BA. For G, marketing and also opportunities in the area of digital, IT, and business development. Regarding what's going to happen in this semester, my main focuses are network management, product and process optimization, and also IR for targeted countries. Regarding network management, basically starting with education cycle for each layer, from VP team leader to also for members. Those are going to be implemented started with February on AIESEC Hub with, I think, 3 materials per layer per month. Hub creation, so we can have all the materials for GT and GE in the same place. And for also for the likes to have the materials on time. Campaigns for opens, that is going, the first campaign is going to start in February, then it's going to have the approval campaign and the standards delivery campaign. We're also going to also thrive a little bit and make the standards even more aware, because we are not reaching 100% conversion rate between finished and completed in all of DLCs. And also the NST team. In terms of product and process optimization, my plan is to refresh a little bit the GT, because we are having we have opportunities, like at this moment we're having more than 70 opportunities. First is to set a clear way of work with each and every partner, and to settle from the moment we are sending EPs, in how many days those ones are going to be contacted, so we no longer have issues regarding that. Also, another direction is for each LC to have 3 main partners that they're going to stay during the whole year. So the next round of EP, they don't need to seek another 3 main partners, but to have like those big partnerships that they know for sure that doing account management, they're going to relate on those. Also, as is having supply and demand aligned. So by the beginning of the peak, they don't go approaching companies for, I don't know, unapproachable opportunities. Also going with leads from alumni, having a account management strategy, and also seek to open 6 months opportunities. Because it's easier for an EP to go to 2 or 3 opportunities abroad, rather than choosing one opportunity that is supposed to take him 1 year or more than 1 year. This strategy also going with account management leads from alumni, because we're having some startup companies, startup partners. So the main idea is to see on how we can keep those that we have for winter and last summer, to also work with them during this summer. To start gathering content for them, and to see how we can embed everything that we have in terms of testimonials from EPs, testimonials from startups, under the umbrella of CXP Romania, which was the brand created during the past MCs. So following the national framework, showcasing and weekly process time analysis, so we don't have EPs that are waiting too much on expa for each and every opportunity in the country. Stable try. Regarding the national project, what I see in the first semester is to see how we can measure the impact that we are having from the perspective of how we can have this project and for each and every participant to make them onto the project. So right now there are 2 editions of try, one in spring, one in autumn. My idea is to see how we can take each participant to the journey of actually coming as a beginner for the first edition in spring, then to go to intermediate in the summer, and to end the cycle with advanced in the autumn. And this could solve the problem with the participants. Also, content gathering, building the curricula, and standards delivery plus way of working with the partner. Regarding targeted countries, I put here like some of the countries that I want to focus on in terms of doing IR. It's Brazil, Canada, Denmark, Spain, Portugal, Germany, the Netherlands, Austria, Poland, and Greece. Regarding IR, and that would be it. Now I'm more than open to see your questions.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, not that much, but I can hear.
Yeah. So like I have one question regarding visa. Like throughout your process, you never, like the presentation, you never talked about visa issue, but like whenever like I saw any application from Romania, they always mention visa issue in thread. So I want to know more about like how is the legality for GT and even for GE also in Romania.
Regarding G, the EPs are applying for the same type of visa as going in GV. Regarding GT, we don't have like a clear working flow on how we can make it in the next period of time. We didn't work that much. We didn't work at all actually with EPs requiring visa for GT because it takes too much time. So we will see for how we can make this happen and to have interns from outside Europe for GT, but at this moment we don't have like a clear workflow how to make it even more efficient. Because yes, a company can tell you that they need an EP in 1 month, but according to how the visa and the working permit is going to be delivered, it can take more than 2 months. So if we are going to find a way of how we can facilitate the process and to make it less than 1 month, of course we're going to do it. But at this moment, we don't have all the information in place for that, for GT.
Okay. So right now, interns are working on which visa? They are like, are they working with work permit or like without work permit?
For GE?
For both G and GT.
For GE, they don't need a work permit. And for GT, the EPs that were coming and they were outside of Europe, for Romania, they didn't need the visa, so we didn't work that much with visa. Or the ones that needed the visa, it was okay. Because
Okay.
in GT,
Yeah, one last.
mainly
Yeah.
like for 3 months, so they didn't need the visa.
Okay. One last question. What is the minimum duration for GE in Romania?
I don't remember to see opportunities of 6 weeks, so for sure we don't have opportunities for 6 weeks, but I saw opportunities for 8 weeks.
Okay, perfect.
Do you have any more questions? Also, I have an analysis, I couldn't put it here, in terms of what happened in 2016 and 2017. I made it for both GT and GE for each LC per month, so you can see what LC is growing or dropping in both of the products. So I can put it in the output as well. Maybe you can have a clear image on the predictions for LCs.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, for IR, I saw most of the countries were European countries.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like Africa or Asia. So would I say probably Romania is not interested in Africa or Asia?
Okay, so the main idea is that at this moment, we are having many applicants for GE. What I'm trying to do is to have like at least 3 core partners for both GT and GE that would bring the volume, but this is not involving the fact that we're not going to work with other countries. What I am at the end of my term, I want to have at least 3 main partners for G and at least 3 main partners for GT that the next MCP could know for sure they can work on, but also to start having more IR countries. But at this moment, we're not having that kind of big partnership with one entity for that product. Here with Greece, with Poland, also we sent a leadership out there, but it's not bringing volume. So in terms of IR, for me, you cannot call IR something that it's bringing you 3 or 5 approaches. So at this moment, in terms of IR, what I'm working on is to build at least three main countries for each of the products.
Okay.
And mainly, there are countries from Europe because this is like the request of the companies in terms of GT opportunities. Going into the national tool of opportunities, you are going to see that many of our opportunities are language based. So that's the reason of having main Europe countries. India are targeted full.
Cool.
Thank you.
Also, I have one more query. Like now the MOS is calculated by number of complete,
Yes.
but in PPT never talked about like complete. So I want to know like, is there any problem with standard delivering?
Okay, so I cannot say that there is a big problem in standards delivery, but I want to avoid any kind of problems. So that's why, starting with my term, I had a campaign in August in which I allocated the standards per day. So for each and every day, I had like the presentation of the standards, the question that the EP is going to find in the form, and also some comments in like below with what is supposed for us as IGT. Regarding the number of finished, I forgot to put here, but I know them by heart. We are having around 30 finished in GT and 9 completed. What I don't understand, and I already asked the regional office, is we have some finished, but for those EPs, I don't think they can complete the standards form because they were finished like before May 2017. So I don't know if all of the EPs that we are having as finished right now for GT, if they can complete the standards form. What I want to do is for all the approved areas that I'm having right now is to cover all the standards, so the next time CBP can have the completed. That in terms of GT. In terms of G, we're having 22 finished and 13 completed, so the conversion rate is 60%. What I observed doing analysis in terms of finished and completed is that recently I found five EPs that are missing standards in terms of OGX. So what I can see is that the code delivery wasn't that good. So yeah, the main idea is to see how DLCs can better work with OGX in terms of not letting the EP leaving the country without all the standards. So by saying that is that I saw some EPs that didn't receive outgoing preparation or that finished their experience and they're still missing only one standard. So that being the repeat AIESEC home. I think what needs to happen in terms of IGT in the next semester is to educate DLCs in such a way in which they're going to have a clear working flow with the OGX, not only in the moment they're having the approved, but with clear touch points throughout the whole experience. So I'm not approaching OGS just because I want to see if that EP received the outgoing preparation, the other standards that they need to fulfill, but to see which are the clear touch points that we need to have so we can ensure an experience that is best. So I'm going to continue with standards awareness until these EPs are until these elective EPs are dreaming about standards, and to make sure that standards delivery is not going to be an issue for the entity.
Okay, thank you. One last question. Like, is there any entity-to-entity tracker or like any tracking system?
Can you repeat, please, because I didn't hear.
Okay. So is there any entity-to-entity tracking tool, basically to track the standards? Like as you mentioned right now, there was problem from OGX side. So is there any national tracking tool for our partners?
Yes, the delivery, like I put a doc there under the delivery. This is going to be, I didn't implement it. I just created it in the only, I think we're having the EPs for try and some others. It's going to be implemented in February, and we're going to to give access for both OGX and ICX. So what is the point right now is during the network call that I'm going to have in January with all the elects, I'm going to present them the tools. And inside the delivery tool, we are going to use this. So we are going to put all the approves from August and to check each and every standard with OGX. So in the tool, you're going to see that there is information from both OGX and ICX side regarding initial LDA, final LDA, each and every standard with the description on the beginning of itself. So this for sure is going to be used beginning with 1st of February.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other questions? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, then I think I'm going to leave you with the GB sisters. I wish you good luck throughout your application, and if you have any other questions, just leave me a message and we're going to take on further on that. So have a nice week, and congrats for your willingness to apply. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay, guys. So, I'm Diana. I'm CXP on IGV. Let's just take 1 minute because I need to open the PPT. Okay, cool. Let me share screen. Amazing. So, like the others did, I'm going to do a brief presentation of what happened. Just a confirmation, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You can see as well?
Yeah.
Cool. So just as the others did, I'm just going to do a brief presentation of what happened in the past years in terms of numbers and some strategies, and also the strategies for the next semester. I also prepared some links for you and some analysis at the end for the past years that you can use. Just to tell you a bit of what happened, these are all the products, and this is how they are looking right now. The yellow line is IGV, and this is how it has been growing since 2011. You can see that it's been growing a lot. And this is it in numbers. So we have been growing since 110 in 2010 to almost 1,000 in 2017. And properly on some strategies. So mainly 2012, from 2012 to 2014, there were no projects that were nationally aligned. There was no proper financial management on the IGV projects. In 2012, 2013, the financial model was not even based on exchange. Pretty much each LC was running projects chaotically. They were not managing them properly financially, so that was really, really bad. Though in 2013, we actually aligned the first project on IGV. It was a project called Rebrander that later on turned actually basically into IGE also. Cool. In 2014, 2015, it was actually the second national project that was implemented nationally, which was GROW, which is actually one of our oldest IGV projects. It was bringing a lot of the results back then, around 25 to 30% in 2015. The IGV was again unsustainable, and in the summer of 2014, the LCs run nationally a project. It was called Discover Romania Beyond Dracula. It was a travel project back then. And it was with the help of the government, actually the Ministry of Tourism. And in that year, a lot of the LCs actually experienced a financial collapse. So they had huge debts after that summer.
because they brought a lot of VPs and nothing to sustain them with. In the JETS term in 2015-2016, we achieved 100% sustainability on IGV. We reshaped all the projects. We redesigned them as a social business that brings impact and that also has profit, that it's reinvested in the business. So aligning all the projects and managing them financially actually allowed us to grow a lot. And you can see in 2015, from 322 to 2016 to more than 700. So the growth was really, really big. In MC Breakthrough 2015-2016, we actually put the IGV was put as a focus. Actually, GV was a focus and brought exponential growth. We created the first growth paths, like proper growth paths for all the LCs, so they knew how to grow based on each project. There was a whole lot more support provided to the LCs and specialized support for IGV, for HLC. And we also implemented CXP structure. I think the other operations told you about it a bit. More than this, the biggest change for IGV was in JETS term. I told you about the projects, and there was also a lot of alignment also in the structures. There was a lot of evolution on the structures, like local structures. There were designed the first IR strategies for LCs. LCs actually started running with IR, started running IR properly. Cool. So these are pretty much the numbers for MC term. I told you for JETS and Breakthrough a bit. For pools for our first semester, actually, there were a lot of things that happened, but mainly are the fact that winter peak were growing in approvals for generally since last term, but we're dropping in realizations for winter peak. But I believe this is going to compensate in summer. We opened a whole lot earlier for summer, and that is going to help us a lot. We're also second in completed in Europe, so we've been doing pretty good in completed. The rate right now is not necessarily the best in my opinion, but I'm planning to actually take it to around 75%. So this is the plan. For the second semester, there are a lot of things that I really want to happen, and there are a lot of things that are very new, and it's a lot of innovation happening. So mostly it's process optimization for XPA, so EPs applying on XPA and getting contacted automatically, and a lot of lead nurturing there done automatically. Brand advocacy evolution, focus a lot on the brand advocacy to actually get content, because from the past 3 years we barely have any content from our projects, and we brought international, so it's really needed right now. Also measure of reach for 2016 and 2017. So actually we're creating reports for what we did, because we have the data, but we didn't create any proper reports. And MOI for measure of impact for Discover for 2018 as a pilot, like upscaling Hacking Discover, which is the first national project, and creating a proper agenda for it, and actually measuring how the children are developing and how is it relevant for Romania. And the second project is Shape, and we piloted in the winter, like this winter. It's been running on, it has brought around 20-30 realizations, and we want to take it as big as Discover in the summer, so running on 200 plus realizations nationally right now. Good. The second part for network empowerment, network management. I didn't wrote too much stuff there, but it's one of the things that a network manager does the most. Mostly it's working with the NSTs to actually provide support to the VPs and to the team leaders. On IGV, it's huge to provide support and education for team leaders and membership as well, because it's it's around 60 to 65% of the whole AIESEC in Romania in terms of network. And it's also bringing around 80% of the results. So education for the membership, for me, it's vital. Also, like a lot of working on the ground with them. This is something that brought me the most results. It's going to the LCs and also with the LCs in the LCs and working with them. For Loud, it's one of my dreams to actually do a lot of things for attraction. So it's going to be attraction for partners, enablers, and also companies, and positioning our projects as a social business and showcasing the impact and actually getting money for it. For B2C, I'm talking here mostly about EPs, a national Romania Everywhere Facebook page for attraction for EPs, and also a website that can actually showcase our projects, and support for national and local IR. And you can ask me a lot about partners because if you want. I also put some stuff for you here. So it's an analysis on IGV done for you. It's each LC. It's each LC also for summer peak and also for winter peak in the past 3 years. Also analysis on NPS, conversion rate, standards implementation, standards analytics, and process time. I also put the link for an IR center. I think our CXO will put that as well, but it's one thing that I always relate to. I always look on it pretty much every day to check results with partners and stuff like that. And also the knowledge center, which has one more E. I will modify it and put the right PPT in the output. Knowledge center is pretty much a lot of the content that we have for IGV. It's also put there. So yeah, I don't want to stay too long on this. So tell me what you need to know. Yes. Questions?
Okay, I will go with question. So my first question is like, who all are partners for like enablers for IGV project?
Cool. So I told you we have 3 main national projects: the Discover, Shape, and Become. For Discover, we have multiple branches, so it can be schools, it can be kindergartens, it can be camps, schools in expansions as well, so like in villages or other cities, but the home LCs, and also orphanages. And for Shape, it's only high schools. And for Become, we do not necessarily run it with an enabler. We run it with companies that co-deliver with the EP. Yeah.
Okay. It's not a cross question. It's not a cross question, but I want to know, like, through my research, I got to know like there are like more than 60,000 NGOs in Romania, and out of the 60,000 NGOs, more than 20,000 NGOs are active. So why we don't have like a single project with them?
Okay, cool. Besides the national projects, we also run local projects in the more mature LCs. The growth paths for IGV provide that after 100 realizations per LC term, they can actually run local projects. Because of the chaos that happened in 2014, I don't want to allow to run local projects chaotically anymore. So after 100 plus realizations, they can run enabler-based projects. But usually they do it with NGOs. So that's why we have a lot of NGOs that we're engaging with. Of course, the number is not as big as if we would do it nationally, but right now I don't necessarily see a direction towards moving with NGOs, because they still need to upscale the national projects to maturity, and they know how to do them, and it's very easy for them to bring a lot of people in them. Yeah, but mainly the LCs that are running enabler-based projects right now, and that will run, it's Cluj, it's Timișoara, it's Iași, a bit, and maybe it's going to be Bucharest next year, like this year.
Thank you. Also, like, do we have like good relation with government for IGV project?
I didn't understand.
like, do we have like any relation with government for IGV?
Okay, cool. With government. So the only relation that we have with the government, the main relation that we have with government right now are ones for visa support that we're trying to actually handle. One of the main bottlenecks right now actually in IGV's visa in terms of countries like Egypt, India, Pakistan, Morocco, and Algeria. So we're trying to communicate a lot with the immigration offices and the embassies to facilitate this visa process. Right now, I haven't gotten really anywhere but a bit of actually supporting us in providing the right documents for the EPs. So there's no proper collaboration yet. We're trying. The second one and the oldest one is with the Ministry of Education that supports Discover, and we're in for a partnership for the second project for SHAPE as well. The main thing with that partnership is just that they allow us to go in schools and to run our project, and they promote us to inspect to schools pretty much. So these are the main government relations that we have.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions? No?
Okay, then I will go with same question that I asked to Danny. Like, how is the standard delivery process in Romania for IGV? Because now the MOS is like calculated by complete number of completes. So, how is the process for standard delivery?
Okay. The thing is that we never actually had problems with like big problems with delivery, like one standard that was not implemented at all. Right now, the main things that helps our EBs, our VPs, is the ECB tracking and the standards audit done by ECB. The fact that they have to provide a proof for every standard they implement, and the fact that IGV provides most of the standards actually helps them a lot in keeping track of the standards they deliver. More than this, it support on my support and my NST support towards the VPs on how to co-deliver and how they can co-deliver. Mainly, we're teaching them how to track their IR partners, how to track if they implemented the standards, how to align OPS with IPS. So for the standards that are delivered by OGX, it's a lot of education for them. Right, like I also put in the tool that I gave you for analysis. I also put the standards that we have most problems with right now nationally. So apparently the standards that we have most right now are working hours, income preparation, and accommodation by EXPA. So the working hours, there have been some issues where EPs didn't have the proper amount of working hours. We know that we're trying to solve it. Like we try to solve it really, really well. For accommodation, here, what happened and what is happening is that the EPs didn't necessarily know or did properly the expectation setting the EPs based on accommodation, how the accommodation is going to look like, or they raise the accommodation very, very late. The thing is that we're not opening the opportunities before after that approving. We're doing all processes at the same time. So we're doing approvals, opens, accommodation at the same time completely. So that it's very, like, that's a lot more risky for us, but it's something that helps us grow like crazy. And it still helps us grow, and by proper tracking and education, it ensures the growth and the quality. So yeah, something else that we do is education, also educational standards with the NSTs to help the team leaders and also the VPs, knowing which standards they need to deliver, how they need to deliver. It's very, very important because we knew exactly what the standards were, but they didn't necessarily know what exactly to present. One standard that was also a bit difficult to make them do it properly was development specific information provider. They didn't do it before, so it was a bit tricky to actually understand how they should do it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Last question. Like Romania to like IGV in bulk. So I want to know like is there number of ECB cases are more or like less? Because our core product is ICX. So I want to know like how is ECB cases, like how many number of ECB cases usually happen in a year?
No, I don't. I didn't understand. Sorry. So how many numbers of?
Yeah. So the number is high or less for ECB cases.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Okay, I will reframe my question. So basically, ISEC in Romania do IGV in a bulk. So like in every year, how many or like usually then what is the ratio of ECB cases happen every year? Is a more or like less, or is decreasing or is increasing?
ECB cases.
Yeah, ECB cases.
Okay, cool. I didn't count if they're increasing or decreasing, honestly, but we have like cool. So the ECB cases that I know at least, because like from my term for summer, I had around 2 on summer peak out of 700 realizations, 700 and something realizations. All of them were for visa, and they were solved. And we have, I think, another one for summer that came up now also for visa. So the number is very, very low. I cannot really count if they're increasing or decreasing because we put ECB in place also last year. So
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Cool. So I'm gonna leave you with Ioana, with OGV. Ioana? Yeah, here. Okay, so I'm just gonna close the mic in the cam for 1 minute, and then we're gonna resume.
Hello, can you hear me?